Welcome back to Freezing Anime Review Part 2. This one is discussing 3 episodes, episodes 6 through 8. One story arc and a filler episode. Yep, that's what these episodes are. Yep, first up is the third year Retaliation arc. Yep, these 2 episodes cover chapters 15 to 23 in the manga. Yep, was eventually put a 9 chapter arc covered in just 2 episodes, and episode 8 is just basically a filler. It's the series' only filler episode, surprisingly, which I would have thought they would have more than this, basically, to have the season go forward, but nope, they never did. Don't know why. The third year Retaliation arc is simply put. Oh yeah, and also Monica Rail's character makes her debut in this arc. She debuts in episode 6. She's basically a girl with silver hair. And let's see, what was her name? If I can find it here. If I can find it. Let's see, her name is Attila. Yes, Attila. She makes her debut in episode 6. Episode 5 is simply put, we have Rena basically really wanting Kazuma to be her limiter. Well, basically, she refers to it as her soulmate. He's like, no, I've already got one. Satellizer is basically my partner. She says, well, I am trying. Yeah, also, one thing I forgot to mention for last review is basically Rena's, basically her power. Is that basically it's just gloves and boots. They explain this also in this episode too. They have her fight and she beats Lucia Christian's character really easily. Yeah, with a close blow. So basically her ability is that she's a martial artist. Okay, perfectly fine. Attila, of course, because apparently the third year is written to be such complete pig-headed, nonsense people. Like, oh, know your place. Oh, really? Is that so? All because that satellites beat a third year. So, Attila tricks Rena to have satellites come to a simulator building to have them basically have a fight over Katsuma. Lucky enough, Katsuma overhears exactly where satellites, because basically he was invited up to her room again. Like, maybe spend the night with her, but not this time, nope. So they go there, and he basically tells them to stop. And then eventually, yeah. Despite the fact that I was going for a pretty long while, they're not seriously wounded. They just basically have the clothes torn. But Attila, basically her henchwoman, thought it a good idea to, well, try to humiliate them. Though they have nearly... Now, they do show in flashback of the reasoning of the person who actually was responsible for Salazar's fear of being touched. Her dirtbag brother, who was 1 year younger than she is. And it turns out, now here's the thing, she's illegitimate, of the head of the household of L. Bridget, Howard L. Bridget. Yeah, he's basically her illegitimate daughter. And she is 1 year older than her little brother, though she is a little bit younger than her sister. And it's explained that apparently Lewis, that's his name, he apparently had been sexually abusing her. Unknown if he raped her or not, but he had been physically touching her inappropriately. Yes. All because he says, oh yeah, he says his mom said it was okay. And Violet's like, really? Really? You're freaking stupid. And Violet basically is the only who actually can stand up for her. So Salazar really wanted to leave, but apparently her mother did not want to leave, despite the fact that, well, what was going on? She apparently was oblivious of what was going on to what her former lover's son was up to with her daughter. And apparently she's been popping pills. Yeah, apparently she's got some problem. They don't really explain. And then she is hospitalized. It's implied she died. Though they do explain what happened. Now, in case you wonder what happened to her after this, that's actually not explained to her later when Violet shows up in present day. Now, this is not Austin Tindall voicing the adult version. This is a child character. This is a different voice. And they showed that was the reason why he has a fear of being touched. Yes, her evil brother. Which Katsuma, when he meets him, he's gonna have words for him. Yep. So before the fight between you have Salazar and Rina take on the third years, they knock out Katsuma. They fight for a pretty long while before the class president show up, one of the class reps, and basically chastises them, what they call the staff, and of course, Attila really wanted to punish Salazar for dare to disrespect her by having her trying to have her stigma removed. But lucky enough that they were able to basically hold it off, and they supposedly got punished. It's not explicitly said, but the gossips tell Salazar, take Katsuma to the medical wing. And she does. Of course, Rena goes with him. And they stay by their side. It's the second time in a row, basically, he's been taken to the hospital. He did the same thing at the end of episode 4, and once again, basically, he's doing here. Also, begin episode 6, when Rena basically joins the class, she sends up right next to Salazar. And she apparently doesn't like it when Rena touches her, but she has no problem with Katsuma touching her. Yep, and that's that two-parter. But then we have the filler episode, the only filler episode in the entire series, Pandora Queen. Excuse me. Also, the president of the council is named Elizabeth, and she kind of looks like Salazar if she was about a couple years older, and her chest is basically bigger. Oh yeah, and she swims. She basically goes skinny dipping every time she's in the pool. Everyone else wears a swimsuit, and she swims butt naked. Don't know why she does this for, but apparently because she's the student council president, she's allowed to go whenever she wants. So, and apparently it's also she apparently has been the winner of the Pandora Queen thing for a while. I'd say for about a couple years straight. That's what they say in the series. She's won it the previous year. So Katsuma ends up going with Salazar. That's why Rena wants him to go with her. And then they have the prom. Yes, a prom. And they have the Pandora Queen. And they have the queens basically do a little show off their outfits. And of course, Salazar wears her regular dress she was wearing anyways. Though they see her very innocent. Though the thing is, Attila won third place. Elizabeth won second place. No, the woman that I think it was that Salazar fought, I think it was episode 2, I think it was. She apparently did place fifth, but she got disqualified due to inappropriate voting. So the woman voiced by Lucia Christian basically won it. Yep, she won it. And Salazar won first place. And Attila really has got a big gripe against her, so she puts her in a very revealing dress that basically is very transparent to show her in a birthday suit. And then Katsuma, of course, she asks for Katsuma for help. Katsuma is something he's never done in the entire series. Now, the thing is, he does have the ability to stop Pandoras. He does not have the ability to stop limiters. He has the ability to override them, but not freeze them like this. Apparently, he decided to freeze the entire field and have them basically run away, leave Rena there by herself. And that's the episodes. Yep. I will be discussing in part 4 the very next arc of the series, which is the series' first 4-parter. Yep, first of 2 in a row. Yes. As a matter of fact, the opening arc of season 2 begins with a 2-parter. Yep. And I'm thinking, wow, that's interesting. The fact that we have 2 4-parters in a row, and then we have 2 3-parters, and a 2-parter to end the series. Yeah, that's simply what it is. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Note in the first episode, first part of this review series, I discussed the first 5 episodes, which at the first 3 arc of the series, which is roughly combined basically 14 chapters. This one is basically 3 episodes, 2 are canon, but adapt 1 story arc. Yep, adapting roughly 10 chapters. Yeah, that's not surprising though. That the arcs get a little bit longer. Though the thing is, starting with season 2, they started to have some of the arcs a bit out of order for some reason. I don't know why they do this for, but they do. They adapt and I think this is really, really weird on the part of the studio who made the series. Let's see, the studio who made Freezing is made by ACGT. That's the company who made the series. I don't know if I've actually seen anything from the besides this one. Let's look. Let's see. Aside from this one, mm, nothing. Yeah, there's been nothing else. Yeah, there's been like no other series, and yet this company's only been around. The company that made this series only about 20 years. Yeah, about 20 years, and they've only made one film. And it's a film that came out 15 years ago named Kuno's Journey, The Beautiful World. Well, Kuno's Journey Life Goes On. Yeah, that's the only movie they made. As far as I can tell, they never made any other movie besides that. They produced a handful of OVAs. One, of course, happened to be a new one for New Fist and North Star. But they haven't produced that many series. This is only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13. This is only like the 14th series they did. And believe it or not, the last series they came up with was about 3 years ago. Yeah, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. I'm like, really? Okay. At least Newt, basically, the company made Sagaton Evil, at least they're coming up with new series right now. Dance Deuce, it's the original series that Funimation is airing the dub for right now. And this series is dubbed by Funimation, so... But this is quite weird, though, for a Funimation dub series. And yet, Sabbath is not here in this series. Nope, this is probably by far the second, third series in a row that I've seen where it's dubbed by Funimation, but no Crispus Sabbath, no Eric Vale, no Todd Hepburn. Maybe they're not involved with every single dub, but Lucia Christian seems to be in like a lot of the dubs, and her along with Monica Real. Yep, well, like the last series where Monica Real was sort of like a one of the top female characters of the series. This one, she's more like a supporting character again. A lot of the time, she plays supporting characters. Very rarely she plays female leads the series, though she does it for Asagi-chan Wants to Hang Out, which I'm looking forward to viewing that on Friday. Okay, so that's it for Sigler Review. Well, I think I might have time to do one more review tonight, basically discussing the last 4 episodes of the first season, the 10th Nova Clash arc. Yeah, it's interesting that they do the filler episode, like, it's like Calm Before the Storm. Yep. But we'll be discussing that in part 3, which I might get a chance to do tonight. Okay? See you next video. Bye.